Hi, this is Spacelight Joe. I'm just taking my laundry to the laundromat. You're going to be watching Brendan, aka Skull Babylon, neo-gospel journalist on Paradigm Shift Television.
So today's Sunday, and what better way to celebrate the sun than to be outside and to do some parkour underneath it. So I'm going to go catch my bus now, and I'm going to meet some people downtown, and we're going to do some parkour, and we're going to have a good time. Here we go. Now before we get to the parkour, here's an important lesson in freedom that I want to share with you. While I was in Vancouver, Joe emphasized the importance of utilizing the time that we have. The first part of this lesson is to get yourself a skateboard. Let's be honest, hoverboards are only a few years away, so you might as well familiarize yourself with what we have now. You see that bus going around the corner? That's the bus I was supposed to catch. But rather than having to sit around and wait for the next one, I'm able to jet ahead and catch up with it at the next bus stop. In terms of skateboards, I highly recommend getting yourself a regular sized board with big wheels. Big wheels are going to give you big confidence, and they're going to get you places. So the lesson here is push hard. Don't end up missing your bus by 30 seconds and end up having to wait 30 minutes. Get yourself a skateboard with big wheels, apply this concept to your entire life, and I guarantee you'll get to where you need to be. Another important thing that Joe taught me was about the value of Spacelight water. Believe me, having a skateboard and having Spacelight, I can go as far as my dreams can take me. www.spacelite.info. Like a lot of people, I grew up climbing up trees and jumping off stuff. Eventually they came up with a name for that. They called it parkour. Now, I'd like to think that parkour is more than just about doing cool things and looking awesome. To me, it's about establishing a sense of self. In 2005, I made my first parkour video, which I re-uploaded for you to view here. Though, keep in mind, I had to change the original music due to YouTube's request. Parkour is something almost anyone can do. If you're looking for a safe way to start, all you really need is a picnic table. So here we are down at Victoria Park. This is the London Parkour group. Today is actually the first day after the first Sunday since school officially ended, so there's actually a decent crowd out today. A lot of these guys I haven't met yet, so a lot of it's just going to be introduction. And again, parkour isn't all about flash. It's about discipline, it's about flow, it's about creating awareness, challenging yourself, creating no fear. That's what these guys are about, especially this kid who's like only 12 years old, right? So since the battery on this camera is limited, I'm actually going to be putting it away and getting into the training myself. That's what the GoPros are for. So if you excuse me, I'm here to do what I came here to do, and that's to develop my ninja skills and to become more fit and become more confident and to have no fear. While I be moving swiftly through darkness, plotting chart on my path, I'm running, cutting my losses, stumbling over unknown bumps and complications and tribulations of my life for revelation. Just to clarify, this video isn't really meant to be a best of parkour video. That one will come at a later date. This one's really more just about documenting the day's events. But while we're at it, let's work in some philosophy. First of all, never forget how to have fun. That's the most important thing. In terms of flips, I used to be able to do a lot more of them, and I'm working my way back into the habit. The thing they emphasize is that rather than just trying to do a flip, instead connect to the reality that you've already done a flip. Of course, this can be applied to anything. As David here helps demonstrate with his own first-person camera, open up to the idea that as beings within this matrix, we actually exist beyond ourselves in a time and space multi-dimensional sense. So when you want something in life, project your intent beyond the present, connect to that reality where you have that accomplishment, stay focused, and then pull yourself through to it. If you're new to parkour, don't start off trying to do wall flips. Instead, find something that works for you. Don't be afraid to keep it simple. Just keep on trying, because if you do, you're going to keep getting better. So for all the people out there who are interested in coming out to the London parkour community, my name is Brendan. I've been doing parkour for like 4 or 5 years now, on and off. And here are some of the other people in the community.
JD, first day.
Hey, I'm Nick. I've been doing it for 7 months.
Trey, 6 months.
Nick, I've been doing it about 6 years.
David, 5 years.
Sean Oliver, fresh start.
Dylan Ross, I've come out here once.
Hey, I'm Thomas Robertson, and this is my first year.
I'm Corey, and I can do it as long as I can remember.
All right, now everyone do backflip. Yeah. I was sitting eventually. Yeah. The rail balance, a personal favorite of mine. A move that is not over within a simple second, but is determined by one's ability to maintain focus over a period of time. Though I am familiar with the rail balance, it wasn't until recently that I integrated it into my own closed-eyed meditation habits. For you see, if focus is my goal, then I use my physical and mental memories of the rail balance as a point for my mind to focus back onto when it begins to wander. There are a lot of lessons that people can learn from the discipline of parkour that they can apply to their lives around them. Am I going to teach you about all these lessons? Of course not, but I encourage you to go find out about these lessons on your own. In the meantime, I'm going to keep documenting my own progress, as well as the progress of the community, and we're going to keep getting cool footage like this, as well as cool shots off my skateboard, such as this one. Because you see, parkour is all about climbing up that wall, and then it's about climbing up that same wall again and again and again. Because there's no other team in parkour, the only thing we're competing against is ourselves, but even then, it's not so much about competition as much as it is about cooperation. Each one of us is our worst enemy, but we're also our greatest hero. So like catching that bus, push hard to the very end, even if you are just 12. So do yourself a favor and get yourself a skateboard. Make some new friends, do some parkour, and when the time comes around, we'll see you in the future.
Look at this. Like, you already know you're going to make that. Just look at my elbow. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
On the next episode of the Mystic Ninja Chronicles, old is new again as I bring back the Matrix soundtrack to demonstrate the martial arts game of Sadu, an offensive and defensive game where everybody wins. And I share with you something so awesome and so secret that you'll have to wait until next episode to find out just what it is. Until then, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and help change the world.